Hey guys, thanks for checking out the podcast. Before we get started, I want to remind you about the very cool bucket list trip I am doing in 2026, the Smitty Learns Irish podcast, where I'm going to do my bucket list, hike Ireland for a year, learn about Irish history, town by town, through the mouths of the pub owners and regulars. Because what's a better way to learn about something you love than to experience it yourself? Patreon.com/we3Smiths, only $3 a month, and thanks for checking it out. And welcome to the Rock Radar. My name is Smitty from the What the Hell Everything podcast. Another reaction, and my first ever reaction to Opeth. And I feel like I owe you a quick backstory as far as my Opeth history. Very, very small. But why? Because this is not my first listen. I was on the radio for years. I did a metal show called The Asylum, and I played, a lot of metal stuff. And when you get to the death metal vocals, for me personally, I tend to turn it off. Okay, and I used to play the Grand Perdition. Damn it, I think I'm killing that. Hopefully, you know what I'm talking about. And I'm just like, that wasn't for me, so I would always shut it off. But this channel has opened my brain to the new possibilities. Opening the rock and roll mind, as I like to say, to find my next favorite rock and metal band. And I love a lot of metal, man. I love a lot of prog metal. But once you get into the death metal vocals, it tends to lose me. But artists like Devin Townsend have opened my mind, and I've heard others. And I'm like, okay, maybe I can get past whatever block I had in my brain prior. Now, prior to that, I've only heard the great... why the fuck can't I remember the name of that song? I had it right before I came in. You know what I'm talking about, though. And I've heard their cover of Wood from Alice in Chains, and I enjoyed that. But this will be my only other listen to Opeth. And I'm listening to Drapery Falls because I text my brother, who's a big Opeth nerd and has tried to get me into them his whole life. And I said, hey, man, which one should I do? I don't want to do this one because I've already heard it before. And I may revisit that song at some point, but we'll get to this one first. So that's why we're listening to Drapery Falls from Blackwater Park from Opeth. And holy fuck, Levi, it's an 11-minute song, and that's okay. I really like these chord progressions first and foremost, but that bass is really sticking out to me, as it usually does if it's produced halfway well. But that bass is just really, really sticking out to me. I really like that chord progression. Man, that sounds really fucking awesome.
Please remedy my confusion and thrust me back.
And before we get into really his vocals, I know he does a lot of clean singing as well. The name of this gentleman is escaping me. But I know he's a super well-known singer, or at least in a lot of people, the circle of a lot of people that I know, you know. David Isberg. I know he has a lot of clean vocals as well that are beautiful. Why I have not been able to get that blockage away previously, I'll never really know. Well, I know I was pretty fucking close-minded, but that sounds really fucking beautiful, man.
Please remedy my confusion and thrust me back to the day. The silence of your seclusion brings night into all you say.
Man, I like how they just went up there just for a moment and came back down to this more subdued section.
I'm counting nocturnal hours, drown visions in haunted sleep. Faint flickering of your power leaks out to show what you keep.
Man, that sounds so cool. That really fucking just sounds really cool. Whatever they're doing there with the guitar, whatever effect that is. Just bring it in briefly and just bring it back. And just let that acoustic kind of go, you know? Sounds really nice.
I'm counting nocturnal hours, drown visions in haunted sleep.
He's got a nice voice.
Faint flickering of your power leaks out to show what you keep.
Sorry, you guys. I know somebody's probably already commented. I got the name wrong. I apologize. Michael Ackerfeld, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly, is on vocals. Man, I can't believe I looked at the wrong thing on Wikipedia. Sorry. man, I apologize for pausing it in the middle of the solo. I got to stop it, or else these thoughts will fleet out of my head. All right, I just got to stop in the moment and say that solo, I love it for how understated it is. You know, I love it. I don't necessarily not like it when the lead is louder than everything else, but when it's subdued and kind of mixed in with the mix, God, it sounds really fucking cool. Fuck yeah. I gotta say, you know, those death metal vocals are never going to be my thing. Probably ever. It's never going to be anything I gravitate towards. It's never going to be anything that I love. But as I've said before, I've been able now to get past it and hear past it, because I was really concentrating on the fucking instrumentation right there when he was delivering those harsh vocals, and whatever those fucking riffs, the breakdown-ish type playing that was going underneath his harsh vocals was fucking awesome, and continued after he was done. Drums are thunder.
Autumn leaves left in the wake to fade.
Holy shit. That was so abrupt. I kind of want to go back to that little switch up, almost a drastic switch up. I was really fucking getting off on that heavy part, man. And then we're cranking it up again. But I want to go back to right before we kicked in the last part of Symptom of the Universe. God damn. Whew.
Spiraling to the ground below, like autumn leaves left in the wake to fade.
Fucking riffs.
Waking up to your sound again, I'm lapsed into the ways of misery.
Yeah, thunder. Woo. Let's bring it back again and listen to that, because that was creepy as fuck sounding.
Waking up to your sound again, I'm lapsed into the ways of misery.
Woo. Wow, what a way to come in. And I really like that song. And I gotta say, I don't know, it is not very often at all that one of my favorite things on a first listen about a song is the drums. Almost never. You know, it is almost the very last thing that I pick out in a reaction, and it's not until later, on multiple listens probably, that I appreciate the drums in a song more. I can kind of pick things out. But man, those fucking drums are like thunder. Who the fuck plays drums in that band. I do believe we're listening to... I'll get it. I swear. Is it Martin Lopez? I think it's Martin Lopez on drums. I could be wrong. Next time I'll try to get that more correct. But I really fucking like that song, man. Those fucking riffs and some of those grooves were so fucking good. I didn't even really realize I was halfway to full-blown headbanging in that fucking song. But I was having really good time with that shit, man. I'm glad I did that. Thanks, Levi. Hey, please like and subscribe. Liking the video tells me you want me to do more Opeth, and throw some suggestions in the comment section. And I might have to revisit that one. What the fuck is the name of that song? The Ghost of Perdition? Damn it. Which one is it? Ghost of Perdition. I think I said that right. Yeah, okay. Maybe I'll revisit that too. But throw that request in, man, and get it knocked out. I don't know if I would ever... I never thought I would go down an Opeth rabbit hole. But if I end up going down that hole, that happens on Patreon too. Link is in the description. Thank you very much, everybody. Have a good one.
What the hell, everything?